Volibear likely for Baus. Now, I think that's a bit of a skill match up top. And a lot of it is very dependent on, does Volibear get a good stand? There's a decent dive onto Baus and good punish. Yeah. Smite on the dragon. Successfully done. I feel like I can make this a bit bigger. Is that too much? Probably is too much. I think. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have a bit of play with that later. Well, grubs are going to get traded on the other side, so that's pretty decent for Misa. You're the one with the Aatrox. Yeah, not bad. Azir as well is a very good grubs abuser. With Nash's Tooth in particular. You'll take your 3 grubs and be happy enough with that one. You're going to see Faker. Should be a great time. Yeah. Been going for a long old time. Good chunk. And that's a nice kill on Tungi. Well played. Flash over the wall from Batu, but good value. Looking now at Nemesis. Gets beyond the potential fear. Looking for a bit more. Flash. Can't find the shuffle angle. Dragon. Oh, taken. That's unfortunate for Los Ratones. Quickness comes on down from Reckless by some time. Nice crushing morph from Nemesis. Brings down the Caitlyn. Unfortunately, Nemesis is now in a 1v1 with Call Me with a lot of soldiers around him. Trying to find a fear. Does do so. Doesn't quite have the flash until just now, but will not get a chance to pop it. Batu looking to get a tether with the focused resolve. All the while, Baus isn't even here. That was a 4 versus 5, and they will get first turret. But, like, the Caitlyn Karma should theoretically mash that lane. And I think Xayah in teamfights is not going to have a lot of fun into Azir. With every ban being Bantu for game 5, 80 champs are gone. Yeah, it can be pretty fun. It can be pretty fun. We did see one VCS tournament where literally was banned for the rest of the tournament. So people were, like, forced to play, like, Fizz in the finals. It was ridiculous. Damage forwards. In comes the cease and desist. Mahile now here. Should be able to go back a little bit, but actually they blew up too. Nice work there from Nemesis with the trade. The Herald still charged on in. Don't have the Volibear here. Is now on to the tier 2. Misa got a little bit too greedy there, thinking they could turn that around. Couldn't quite. That is the... On to Dragon. Slight lead to Los Ratones here, actually, which is great news for them. A lot of it is from Nemesis, who's having a good game on Way. Got bloodletting. There goes the turret. People think they have. Like, they are very different, the OG movies, aesthetically and, like, conceptually as to what they are as movies. They're no longer cowboys. You know, I actually think Return of the Jedi over Episode 4, because Episode 4 has pacing issues. Call Me just about survives. Flash to get beyond the wall for a second. Reckless looking for the entrance. Does get it. The knock-up after prevents Call Me from doing too much damage. Spiraling Despair coming on down. Misa a bit slow to come on over. Tungi's finally here. Flash away. Rooted up. Can't quite get the kill and close. Oh, my God. All right, Call Me looks to go on in. The nice immune on a lot of the CC there. And the damage. Spiraling Despair went well wide because Call Me used that arm guard. Mahile now on a flank angle. I think that's probably why they were looking to keep Velia and the rest. That's funny. I'm sorry, Navinian. So it looks like an LR win. I think so at this point. Atakan's going to come on down. Closer might be able to steal it. Just not quite in time. Gets a drive into the wall. But it's only on to really Reckless. Mahile is here. But doesn't have the World Ender. So not actually that scary. Velia's keeping Call Me busy. Nice spiraling Despair angle. Fleeing for a little bit because of the Grim Visage. Closer drives away. Batu dies a horrible death. Baus is going to potentially die, but no ults away. Mahile misses the Darkin Blade. The Crushing Maw comes on down. Aatrox is in a horrible spot. Now gets the World Ender back. Flash for the strike to get the stun on him. Thundering Smash. That's the one. Took me a moment. And that, I fear, is all she wrote for me. Set LR. Get the Atakan. Ooh, Call Me, look for it. Instead gets hit by the Grim Visage. And Nemesis baits him all in for more. Oh, hang on. Sky's better force the flash. Crownie gets the mid-tier 1. It's all turning up Los Ratones. The Los Ratones, 20 to 25 minute mega moments. They're so good at this point. Closer does kill off Belly, who's gone a little deep. Always fun. But yeah, there you go. That's probably my Star Wars rating in terms of movies. Yeah, and I'll probably do Yeah, 6-4-2 solo, which I did enjoy. Ooh, Baus gets the decent kill there onto Batu. Reset less cleanly. Decide their lane assignments more poorly. The time in which Los Ratones save by just being better about where you should be on the map matters. That's a decent jump on a Reckless, but it's over. It's over, it's over, it's over. Even plays a world champion. Exactly, Marcus. I said world champion like that because, again, it's a technicality, like promiscuous is a technicality. These teams need to hear the tragedy of Darth play just the wise. Well, it's not a story the LEC would tell you. There you go. Imagine having a luxury of the enemy team having to ban Sion. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Nice. Spouse dies the turret, but the damage is well and truly done. They're kind of trapped in here, but they've got a wave coming through mid, so that should be fine. Very successful, or have got the talent to be very successful. That's a good pairing to begin with. So you come around to mid game, it's very strong. And then you add in the fact that they read what the enemy team's going to be doing, and they often have answers back into it. And then you can use your mechanical prowess. They're not a perfect team, obviously. Like, their early games have been significantly more mercurial than their mid games. And, you know, not that LR actually have the worst early game stats in the league, but again, for players of this caliber, you'd expect them to smash in early games, and they're not consistently. Again, this early game was semi-close for bits of it. Nice kills, that's over. And then the end result, right, is they know how to win games. They know what they need to do to win the game. They're very good at tracking both their own win conditions and the enemy win/loss conditions. Like, how would this team lose? Well, if we do this, okay, well, that's how we'll do it. So there's a fair number of these. You know, and then obviously you add in the weirdness that enemy teams just aren't used to playing against. Like, okay, where did this Vel'Koz come from? Okay, why is Baus playing like this? This isn't in the playbook. And you're not able to roll with the punches quite so cleanly. It matters. So between macro and smart, you know, like good mechanics and smarts, it's very hard to beat this team. It's a very stacked roster. It's a very stacked roster. Baus will die to the fountain. Of course he will. And LR will win game one here in convincing fashion. For me, that is a Nemesis MVP game. Very, very scary way